you ever wondered what a hypnotherapy session is like? You're not alone. As much as hypnosis captures our imagination and fascinates us, there isn't really a lot of information out there about what an actual hypnosis session is like. I remember the first time I went to a hypnotist for my anxiety, and I had no idea what to expect. If you're dealing with anxiety, especially, you know that not knowing what to expect can be a little stressful. In today's video, I'm going to break down the 5 steps of a hypnosis session and what happens before, so you can feel good about what you're going to do. So go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's dive in. Now, before I break down what actually happens during a hypnosis session with me, first I'm going to tell you about what happens before. And that is the consultation. So if you want to work with me on an issue, you go to my website and you book your free call with me. You will fill out a form where I will ask you a bunch of questions. I'll have you tell me what's going on, how long has this been an issue for you, what has and hasn't worked in the past, are there any potential issues that could be contraindications that would mean that we can't work together. And it just tells me about you and where you're coming from, so I know kind of what your experience has been like before we get on the call. Now, the consultation is an important part because we're getting to know each other. We're getting to know if we are a good fit to work together. It's finding the person that can help you with your issue. It's finding the hypnotist that you feel the right connection with. I specialize in helping people with anxiety, rebuilding their confidence, and as well as Bell's palsy and synkinesis. That's me. Nobody else does what I do the way I do it. Hypnosis is not something I'm doing to you. I'm not going, ooh, Shazam, and problem solved. It's a conversation that we have. And you are very much a part of that. And your conscious mind and your subconscious mind are both participants in this conversation. So it's important for us to get to know each other, understand where we're both coming from, and see if we're a good fit. And you should be doing that with any hypnotist. Because if we don't connect and there's no rapport there, it's not going to work. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your time. Find somebody who you trust, who you like, who you believe in. That's what the consultation is for. To make sure that, one, I can actually help you with your issue. And two, we actually want to work together. So that is the important part. That's not part of the actual hypnosis session, but it's extremely important. So once we've had the consultation and we decide that, yes, we're a good fit to work together, let's do this. I'll book your session in. But the typical hypnosis session, that first time you come to me, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sit down and we're going to have what's called a pre-talk. And in a lot of ways, the pre-talk is going to be very similar to the consultation we had. I'm going to be asking you a lot of questions again, and you're going to be giving me the same answers. But what it's for is for me to really demystify the process for you so you know what to expect. And so we are going back over our expected outcomes, what our goals are. I'm reassuring you so you know that it's perfectly safe, it's perfectly natural. Then we also get to play some fun little imagination games. So I have a better idea of how your subconscious mind likes to communicate. And that's going to help me decide what the right approach is to take when we start our session. But the pre-talk is an important part. This is where you agree to be hypnotized. Like I said, it's not something where I'm just going Shazam and then it's done. It's not something that's being done to you. You can't be hypnotized against your will. It just doesn't work. If you've seen videos of somebody doing like the flashy instant inductions where they're grabbing somebody's hand, going sleep, those are usually edited and they're leaving out the pre-talk. They're leaving out the setup where the person agrees to it. Because if you just walk up to somebody on the street and yell sleep at them, they're going to look at you like you're crazy. And if you grab them, well, they're probably going to hit you. So it is a mutual thing. Hypnosis is a two-way street. And also during the pre-talk, I'm going to be dispelling a few of the most common misconceptions about hypnosis. So the first is loss of control. There is no loss of control. You are in control the entire time. You are conscious. You can stop it at any time. Perfectly safe. It's perfectly natural. But you are always in control. You'll never do anything in hypnosis that you wouldn't normally do. You won't do anything against your values, against your personal morals. Nothing like that. You are in complete control. The second misconception is that people tell secrets when they're in hypnosis. Again, this isn't true. If there's a secret that you would keep in your normal waking state, you're going to be keeping it when you're in hypnosis too. You wouldn't give me your PIN number while you're conscious. You wouldn't leave it in the comments. You're certainly not going to do it while you're in hypnosis. So any secrets are your secrets. You only tell me what you feel comfortable with and what you want. And I really only want to know what's relevant to what we're working on. Now, the third most common misconception about hypnosis is that you can get stuck in it. And that is completely not true. It's absolutely impossible. And nobody has ever gotten stuck in hypnosis. When you're in a very deep trance, you might feel so good that you don't want to come out of it. But that's very different than being stuck in hypnosis. And then the last thing I'll do is I'll ask if there are any more questions that you have for me, so I can answer them and make sure that you're comfortable. And then I will ask if you would like to do hypnosis with me. And then we begin. So step 2 of the hypnosis cycle, once we've had the pre-talk, is the induction. And there are a lot of different ways to do this. I have my preferred inductions that I like to do, but depending on our conversation, I may use a different one. And it also depends on if we are working together at my office here in Seattle, or if I'm working with you remotely on Zoom all over the world. That's going to change the type of induction that I do with you based on the environment. And it doesn't matter if you're analytical or not. I'm very analytical. So there are a lot of different ways to do an induction that always works. There are methods I use where I'm not even giving you a formal hypnosis induction. You're still getting hypnosis, just without that formal trance. So we've done the pre-talk, we've done the induction, you're in hypnosis. Now it's part 3 of your hypnotherapy session, and that is the deepeners. And this is probably something that you've heard of. Count from 10 down to 0. Imagine you're walking down a set of stairs, that sort of thing. That's a deepener. And what it does is it's stabilizing and it's giving your subconscious time to come forward completely and allow you to go to that powerful place that you can go to in your mind where you're able to make these changes. I will often give suggestions during the deepener to relax and feel that relaxation increase. Hypnosis is not relaxation. Relaxation is a byproduct. I will say that because who doesn't like to relax? And so often we don't give ourselves permission to relax. And if we're dealing with anxiety, we find it really hard to relax. So when there's an opportunity to feel relaxation, I'm going to encourage you to feel that. And not just feel that, but feel 1,000 times more than you normally would. It's also important to note that the depth of trance does not affect your level of success at all. Most of the work that we do can be done with a very light trance. And that is the deepener. So after the deepener comes step 4. This is the suggestion phase. Now, this is why I ask you so many questions on the consultation and why I ask you a lot of those same questions again during the pre-talk and our pre-hypnosis interview. These suggestions are positive suggestions. They're the way that you would rather be. I'm feeding what you've told me back to you, back to your subconscious mind, so those changes can take place. And it accepts it because it recognizes it as coming from you. Because remember, you can't be made to do anything against your will in hypnosis. So if a suggestion is coming from outside, if it's using terms that you wouldn't use, it just seems foreign, it's going to be more likely to reject it. So having that understanding of where you're coming from that we've set up through our consultation, through our pre-talk, through the rapport that you and I have built before we even get to this point, is all stuff I'm using to help the suggestions be more effective for you. Because they are things that you want. Your conscious mind has said, these are the changes I want to make. And because the subconscious mind has its established patterns going, it's resistant to change. But with hypnosis, when we're able to talk directly to the subconscious, those suggestions are recognized by it as coming from your conscious mind. So it becomes more open to it, to letting it in and letting those changes take place. Keep in mind, these are also all positive suggestions. So it's the way you would rather be. You're not taking anything away from your subconscious. You're giving it benefits. You're not getting rid of anxiety. You're gaining confidence. You're gaining courage. You're not quitting smoking. You're gaining money. You're gaining years on your life. You're not losing weight. You're letting go of excess weight that you no longer need and old habits that no longer serve you. That is the suggestion phase. Now, after the suggestions have happened, we're pretty much done, right? There's only one thing left to do, and that's step 5, emerge you from hypnosis. And this is where we usually count up and have you open your eyes. This is the last chance where I'm going to be able to give you more suggestions in that suggestible hypnotized state. So as you're coming out of hypnosis, I'm going to be peppering in with those suggestions of how you would rather be. So it's getting in there one more time as you're coming up. All those changes are being installed, reinforced, and then you'll open your eyes just feeling absolutely fantastic, on top of the world. And then our session is pretty much done. That is the basic hypnosis cycle of a hypnotherapy session. And I hope this has been informative to you. And let me know what you think. If you have any questions, go ahead, leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you're ready to make some changes in your life and you want to see if we're a good fit to work together, go to EBHypno.com, book a free call with me. Let's have a chat and see if I can help. So, thanks for watching. Till next time, be seeing you.